salut, bienvenue sur Compas Magazine avec Patrick Desvarieux, avec Blush the Icon. Blush the Icon. Avant de commencer, n'a salué, Blush, how are you? Qui j'en santé? How's everything?
Salut. Everything is good. Everything's good. It's a pleasure finally meeting you guys today.
Okay. So how's the health? Qui j'en santé?
Well, tout le monde en forme. Just taking everything day by day.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, Blush, pour moun qui pas connaît qui est-ce qui Blush là, introduis-toi tout, s'il vous plaît. For the people that don't know who you are, introduce yourself to them. You can do it in English and Creole, both, whatever, we'll help you out.
Okay, so no one say Blush the Icon. My name is Blush the Icon. I am a Haitian American singer. So we chante en Creole avec anglais. Plus en anglais parce que moi plus familiar avec
l'anglais,
Yeah, but Creole avec anglais.
Okay, so est-ce que nous a dit que you were basically born and raised here, or you came here early? Parce que vous venez bonheur aux États-Unis, ou venez là t'es jeune, ou bien qui ça? Non.
No, actually, when fait aux États-Unis, et puis élevé aux États-Unis.
Okay. Est-ce que vous à Haïti déjà? Est-ce que vous connaissez Haïti?
Oui, l'MD Timoun, de 4 ans, fini d'aller encore l'MD maybe 21 ans.
Oh wow, okay. So qui j'en ou senti avec Jean pays à un moment? What the country is going through? Qui j'en senti?
Very, pour moi, tristesse. It's very sad to see what the state of the country is. Parce que me songe l'MD à Haïti, l'MD Timoun, il est un bel côté. You know, it's peaceful.
Okay.
Machine à l'arrière, ou des cas pour un bus, pas aucun problème. It's like il fait mon diaspora avec Timoun qui fait ici pour aller à Haïti.
Yeah, it's true. Est-ce que vous pensez que gain hope? Is there hope pour pays à tourner back better?
Well, for me, I live by that saying, where there's a will, there's a way. So that peut même gain hope, but c'est l'inapla mais
Qui est américain nous-mêmes?
Non, government là.
Gouvernement haïtien?
Oui, nous pas qu'à faire rien. Pour ici là, si le gouvernement haïtien pas fait un jambon le bois.
Oui, mais Blush comme tout. Et ça fait longtemps que gouvernement monté, government after government, et puis pas vraiment gagné rien. Nothing has really changed for years and years.
That is very true, but il y a un autre bagage parce que chaque fois l'État aux États-Unis intervient pour aller à Haïti pour aider, on parle en pile, ou chaque fois aux États-Unis entrer, ils viennent faire payer à plus mal. It's like a catch-22.
Right. So, qui ça vous pensez qui solution? What would be the solution in your opinion?
I believe it's a unity. I believe here in the United States, Haitian Americans and those of Haitian descent here, as well as those that have a good heart and really want to see the country move forward, nous mettons techno ensemble.
Mais est-ce que le pays Haïti vraiment, parce que pas oublier, mon Haïti et pays haïtien, ils pas veulent quitter et moun qui aux États-Unis aider comme si they don't let them participate really the way that they would want to. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, right?
Oui, I'm aware of that.
Okay. Blush the Icon. Et what's the name? Pour qui ça non ça? Pour qui non ça souci?
Well, there's two meanings behind it. For one, I used to be, before I got into music professionally, I used to be into makeup. So they fais maquillage professionally. So that's how Blush came about. Plus, I would say that I'm very flirtatious. So.
Okay, so that's where, what about the Icon? Because a name like the Icon, the Icon, that's, you got to have an audacity, excuse the word, to
yes.
be able to wear that, huh? Where did that come from?
Well, to me, it's a stage name. And even though to me, I'm not like Beyonce today, but I definitely don't plan to stop what I'm doing now. I plan to go as far as I can go. So that's how I figured, okay, I can add the Icon into my stage name.
Okay, were you ever singing, were you into American music, singing American music first before you came here to start singing Haitian music, or no, you started singing Haitian music?
I actually did start with American music, R&B, soul music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, have you released any singles in English?
I have released singles in English, but my very first single was I Found Love, which is pretty much a Haitian American ballad. So it has the mix of the Creole and the Haitian. But the American music that came after.
Okay, now in terms of the catalog of the artist, are those the only two songs that you have released, or have you released more? I Found Love and Jélim, or do you have more than that?
I have about two more that has been released.
Okay. Okay. So what made you decide to jump in what we call the HMI, the Haitian music industry? I mean, if you're really going in the American market and then you make a U-turn to come to the HMI, what was the reason behind that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually don't want to limit myself to say I'm only gearing into HMI. I consider myself like a fusion, basically merging the Haitian culture as well as the American culture. Because I feel like if I limit myself to the HMI, that's the only place that our music is going to stay. I want our music to be international. So I'm more of a fusion.
More of a fusion. Okay, now here's the thing. Are you an R&B singer, or are you going to be like you trying to take the Haitian music into the mainstream, into the American market or international? Because there's two different things.
I agree. I would say I'm more gearing towards taking Haitian music to the mainstream.
Okay, okay. So is that the reason why let's say you're releasing certain Creole songs, basically to bring along the Haitian market? To go ahead.
Yes, definitely. Why I am basically bringing Haitian music along. As you guys can tell, Creole me pas 100%, but I know enough Creole to be able to sing a song, and I feel like music is universal. But as I stated to you before, with Haitian music and only gearing to HMI, to me, I feel like we're only limiting ourselves to Florida, New York, maybe some parts of Canada, some parts of the United States, maybe Paris, and some parts of the island. But when we actually add that to other
markets,
yeah, thank you, and platforms, I feel like it can go further. For example, look at the Africans and Jamaicans. Like, Jamaican is one particular island, but you can hear reggae all over the world. So why can't Haiti do the same?
That's a good point. That's a good point. But let me ask you this: I'm surely you're not. You sure you're not the first person who's tried to say cross over to the international market? So what makes you think, or why should we believe that Bless the Icon is going to make the difference?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I started taking music seriously. Like, I've always loved music since I was a little girl, but I started taking music seriously probably a year before the pandemic. What I have learned in the pandemic is that you pretty much only limit yourself to what you can do. So if you put it in your mind that you're going to reach these heights, you can do it. Look at, like, for example, look at Cardi B. I know that's an American example, but Cardi B started off as, probably in the clubs. She was on a show, Love and Hip Hop, and now she's all over the place. She didn't limit herself to just New York. She made sure that whatever she wanted to do, she put it out there and let it be known. I feel like I can do the same, and I've learned a lot more resources during the pandemic that has been made available to us. So that's why I feel like I can do it, and I am going to do it.
Okay, with us, Bless the Icon sur Combat Magazine. Okay, we're going to keep it in English for our American Haitian audience as well. Bless, let me ask you this. In terms of our music crossing over, should the music change? And if we do change the music to make it appealing to the international market, are we not going to lose our identity?
That's actually a very good question. And I don't think that we would lose our identity more than we probably already have. Like, if you take a look at the music today and like Coupe Cloué or Tropicana, like, those are two totally different time frames and era in music, but the music is still very much Haitian.
Yes, but they haven't. It hasn't, say, crossed over that much to a huge, huge, huge audience. I'm not sure if you agree.
As far as the music,
International market, yeah. Those songs you say, yeah,
correct. They,
okay. So what? Okay, so what's the solution? What's the appeal with the crossover in terms of what's so appealing about crossing over?
well, why would we want to only keep our culture to ourselves?
Okay.
Nations all over the world. And you see, I mean, I'm sure you probably know how exciting they feel. You know, imagine if when you probably first came, you know, you're in the States right now, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You imagine when you probably first came to the States, um, hearing your type of music or seeing your type of food, it makes you feel like you're at home. You don't know how far a Haitian had to travel. And then for them to be able to hear their music where they're at, I'm sure can make them feel like they're back at home.
Okay. Blush, in terms of the makeup, have you given up on that now that you're focusing is it full time on the music or are you still doing it a half and half, 50-50?
I only really do it for like close family, friends, or close clients. I don't really do like as much as I used to do it before.
Okay, so basically it's on pause.
Yeah.
The glam career is on pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Now, can you tell us what's the inspiration behind two songs that you release? First, we'll talk about I Found Love, and then after we'll talk about Jillian. Let's go with I Found Love.
So I found love. It was a little love song that I kind of created for my husband. But also with me doing YouTube, as you probably already know, when you are on YouTube, if you play music that's not your music, you can basically potentially get copyrighted or get copyright claim, which affects your channel in the long run. So I was trying to create something that allows me to have my own music on my YouTube platform, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting those copyright claims. And then as I started recording, they were half like just intros, half music. And so my husband was like, well, why just create half music when you can just kind of go full on, just create full on songs. And so that's why I just decided to finish up I Found Love. And that's how that came about. With Jillian, it's the same concept in a sense, but I wanted to kind of go full throttle, like more in depth with like the Haitian
market.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you listen to I Found Love and you listen to Jillian, you'll notice that there's a little bit more Creole and more of like a Zouk vibe to it. So that's kind of the thing about it. And I wanted to be a little bit more sexier. I feel like, you know, as I started the music, I was a little bit shy, and I'm still not completely there, but I kind of wanted to open up a little bit and show like a sexier side to myself.
Okay. Are you, in terms of Jillian, in terms of the song, did you understand every single word? Did you write the song, or did a producer write it for you and then teach you in terms of how to go about it? What's the deal?
No, I wrote everything myself.
Everything. Also, word for word in Creole, Jillian.
Word for word, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you understand, you understood every single thing. Okay.
Yeah, every single thing. Yeah, I understand Creole very well. It's just my delivery, you know, is not the greatest because I have like a stronger Americanized accent, but I communicate with my mom in Creole. She understands me as best. So,
yeah. Okay. In terms of family, usually when it comes to music, family is usually like, you know, you getting into music, or whatever. How has it been for you in terms of your family support? Was it positive? Was it, you know, skepticism? What's the deal?
I'm going to be honest. Well, my family has always been supportive in really kind of anything I get myself into. Resources have not always been available to us as far as like financially. I feel like that's probably what kind of held me back the most in the past. But as far as like support, I get, you know, my close family and friends, I get 100% support. Like, you know, like my sisters and my close cousin, my mom, if she can make it, she's always at my shows, like when I'm performing at a local festival. At first I was nervous that like my husband wouldn't like the idea of me getting into singing professionally, but he's been very supportive. He's like if I'm out performing, he's my cameraman. He's the one that's actually recording me and stuff like that. So my family has been very supportive during the process.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, perfect. Now, in terms of performances, have you been performing for a bit, or you're still learning? You're still in the learning process? Performing live.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My apologies.
I would say that I'm still in the learning process, but I've gotten a whole lot better than when I first started out.
Okay. Because you said you started really taking it seriously like during the pandemic, and that's not too long ago. So,
Right.
is it safe to say you haven't had too many shows for you to learn as you go along, or have you?
I will definitely agree with you. I haven't had too many shows to say that, okay, I'm like the greatest performer. But I would say that with every performance, I am learning something new about myself and about the crowd. I even recall like performing maybe sometime earlier this year or last year, and I got on the stage, and in the beginning I was very nervous, and then I kind of like waited out a little bit. And then this young man came up to me. He was like, you're a very good performer, but I want to give you an advice. Is it okay? And I said yes. He was like, you have to be the one to take control of over the stage, no matter how nervous you get. Don't let the people know that you are nervous. You need to take control of your crowd and take control of the show. And so ever since he said that, I'm not gonna lie, it stayed with me. So I try my best to make sure that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take control of this crowd.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Now, in terms of, you still consider yourself a student in a learning process in terms of the singing? Do you take vocal lessons, or you don't feel like you need to? Or in terms, do you go practice in terms of your stage moves? What's the deal with that?
So I haven't taken any stage or vocal lessons, not because I don't feel like I have to. I just haven't been able to kind of find a consistent location as of yet. But I did in the past. I did take compa dance lessons with the compa dance instructor in the Broward area.
Okay.
And then I also did little vocal lessons back in 2018, 2019. But since then, I've pretty much been practicing by myself.
Okay. Have you been following Haitian female artists that are in the business? Somebody like Felicia Ross maybe might be right around the same alley that you're probably like, who's kind of like more Americanized a bit. Also, perhaps Melly Sings. I don't know. Do you follow any Haitian artists or no?
Yes, I do follow Haitian, a couple of Haitian artists. Felicia Ross is definitely one I've started to follow before I did the other young ladies. And you're right, she is definitely someone who kind of, for me, paved an avenue for what I'm doing now. Um, as far as the other young ladies that I kind of like watch, and it's not limited to this, but some of that I could think of off the top of my head, Beijing is doing her thing now. Of course, Rochelle is doing her thing. I've always liked Missy Jean. There's a couple of other ones out there, but those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head that's kind of been, watching and keeping up with what they've got going on.
Okay. So, Choba Magazine, we have Blush the Icon talking to us about her career, her music. Blush, in terms of the music video, why did you choose to go with I Found Love as your premiere or your first music video in terms of the last two singles?
Well, I Found Love was my very first single. Even though I definitely have a deep love for Jerem, but I Found Love to me is my baby. That's kind of what introduced me, is my introduction into the Haitian American fusion that I got going on. So I wanted to kind of start that off and then carry on the torch to the next song, the next single.
Okay, what are you working on in terms of video and songs? Do you have anything that's about to drop, or you're focusing on something else?
So right now I am working on the visuals for Jerem. Yes, I know it's been long awaited. So hopefully by the end of this year, God willing, we should have Jerem up and running. And then meanwhile, I am definitely working on a short project, a EP, which I don't know how exactly I'm going to do it, but I want to be able to kind of merge my American and Haitian music on there. So we'll see how I work that out.
How many songs are you planning to include on there?
I'm going to probably do about no more than 7.
7 songs.
Yes.
Okay. In terms of strategy for an artist that's just getting in the game, is an EP the best strategy, or is releasing singles one by one the better strategy?
I would say releasing singles one by one is the best strategy. I'm just choosing to do a project because I feel like I have enough catalog of music there to be able to go ahead and try to do that project.
Okay. In terms of American artists, who's your favorite?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay. Why? What's up with Beyonce? Why do you like her?
For me, it has to be she just her poise, her work ethics. I'm not saying that she probably doesn't have her own personal life drama that's going on, but you never really see her, as much as people try to paint her in a negative light, you never see her kind of wear that negative light. If anything, she uses those negative things that people say about her, and she'll use that in her music and will make and create a single that everybody pretty much starts to jam to and enjoy.
Is that the approach that you try to reciprocate? You try to do the same, basically?
I mean, not entirely, but there is a lot of things in her music career that I would like to implement in what I have going on, in addition to my Haitian background.
Okay, now in terms of for a lady in business, usually in an HMI, it's usually kind of like I've heard of many instances where ladies complain that they say the business is not that easy. I'm not sure. Maybe your experience is a bit different. How has your experience been in the HMI so far?
Well, yes, I have heard that a lot. I can't say that I have experienced any big challenges since I've been here. But then again, my platform is probably not as large as some of those that are putting those complaints out. I think it's difficult for women in any, in not just the HMI. I hear even women in the American circuit complain, especially if they want to do hip hop. It's hard to try to get into a male dominated industry and try to flourish. But when you know what you're doing and when you're determined and you stay on top of it, and you don't let people kind of like shift you from place to place, you can do big things.
Interesting. So basically, it's not just the Haitian market. It's difficult all over in all musical industries, correct? All music.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What is a motto that you abide by, that you in life, a general motto, if you have one?
Reciprocate the energy that you would like to receive.
Oh wow! Can you repeat that again?
Reciprocate the energy that you would like to receive.
Basically. Elaborate on that.
So basically, I'm very big on energy. So if I feel like a place does not serve my energy realm, like it doesn't make me feel doesn't make my energy feel positive, then I don't want to be in that place. Same thing will go for a person. If that person doesn't feed my energy in a positive way, then I don't want that person around me. So if I feel that way about someone or something, then I have to be that light. I have to be that energy towards people as well. I can't want positive energy on my end and I'm giving off negative energy.
Wow, that's very interesting. I never thought about that, but it's really good. Wow, I like that. Now, okay, in terms of, tell us something that you would like people to know about you that you don't think people know, whether it's not the artist, or maybe, I don't know, you don't have to go private if you don't want to say it, but tell us something that you might want people to know about you that you don't think they do.
That's a good question, or a good topic. I mean, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head because I'm pretty sure there's a lot that people don't know about me. But I know for sure, like straight when it comes to like stage frights and things like that, that's a big thing for me. Sorry.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Is it a good thing for an artist to be mysterious, or it's not?
It is. I think that people in general deserves to have their space and not allow people to violate their space. So I think it's very good to have to just basically not allow everybody to know everything that's going on in your life.
Okay. Okay. So you think in terms of fans who might like an artist, fans who might like think like, oh, I love this artist or whatever. Do you think like there's sometimes they go too far? They don't really need to know every single thing about an artist.
I've seen some very like off the wall things that people will try to say or do or try to get information of. Like people will try to get information or try to know everything about your kids. And I feel like those things are off limits. So yeah, I do feel like some people kind of go overboard, and there's just a thin line. Just like you wouldn't want anybody walking into your home and getting, all your bank account information and getting all in your business. I think there's a thin line. You should let artists have some sort of privacy for themselves as well.
Totally agree. With us, Blush the Icon on Compa Magazine. Blush, please, for the remainder of 2022, what do we have coming from you?
So like I mentioned before, definitely we are planning on having JM music video or the visuals from JM available for your pleasure. So we are working on that. And then we should be either introducing the short project, the EP, either by the end of the year.
Okay, sounds good. C'est avec nous Blush the Icon on Compa Magazine. Blush, if you have one final word you want to mention to your fans, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, I definitely want to thank everyone for taking the time out and, watching and getting to know a little bit more about me, Blush the Icon. This will not be the ending. You're definitely going to be seeing more from me and about me, more content, more collaborations. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure that you follow me on my platforms, Blush_THA Icon. That's on Instagram. And then on YouTube as well. So you can keep up with my music whenever I drop new singles.
Thank you, Ms. Blush. Till next time.
Thank you for your time, Patrick. Have a good one.
You too.
I found love in you.